What's up, guys? Welcome to Wasted Space. Lovely morning, and we're back in the Rim. Back in the mess that is the Rim, I should say. Although I have some plans for today. I've got some thoughts for how our base should go. But first things first, as usual, tips from the crew. So these heaters are kind of not set up particularly well. The goal here is to have as many on low power at a time as possible. So now we've got one on high, two on low. Hopefully it's still capable of maintaining the temperature. It is dropping a bit. So we're going to stagger these a bit more. So let's have that. 16, this, 14. It's only a couple of degrees apart. That might be enough. It might not. I don't know. High, high, low. And that should just sort of balance the needs a little bit, maybe. Try and keep some of them on low the whole time. People want me to air vent inside as well, which is a little bit of a pain. I'm going to have to do a bit of mining to get this to work. But that's fine. Basically, we're going to need to cut that out, change how this internal corridor actually works. That's also going to destruct the wire, I suspect. We're also going to change up how our defences work. We're going to change up how this all works. I have a plan. Basically, we're going to try and build a corridor network that comes round underground to this, and use it both as a way of giving this thing its own power. So we're going to, let's actually speed things up. Give this thing its own power, so it's kind of split off on a network. There'll be a battery room down here for it. No entrances around here, mind. Just a battery room. But also give us a way of coming out just here again, because that actually turned out to be pretty useful last episode. Just popping out down in this corner as they're busy fighting stuff. So the plan is definitely to do a bit more of that. So we should have... No, I don't think I really want to use jade for this wall. And this is all in a bit of an awkward place now, so we're going to deconstruct that and move it. Didn't deconstruct the wire. I was kind of expecting it to. Surely we had some blocks from that. That was a limestone wall. Oh well, for now, it's going to be steel again. So be it. Let's haul that out. That's going to get moved up against the wall edge. This also needs deconstructing, and then we can move the vent from there. In fact, I put the door in the wrong place. Thought all of this through, and then screwed it up anyway. And then we can move the vent from there to there, so it vents inside the base area. The other thing I did was spend a little time with... I never knew about this one. I knew about the beauty one, but I never knew about this sort of room summary. And it just basically told me that, like, the rooms are horrible, no one likes them. Addy's is probably the worst of all of them. Dull, impoverished, cramped. Neutral, ooh, clean, I suppose that's good, but yeah. Needs some work. Interesting little overview, that one, though. I didn't actually know it existed. Hopefully we're going to get our turrets finished up pretty shortly. Yeah, that looks looking good. They just actually need to build the turret. Someone also pointed out that we had a dead body kicking around the back here that's even got meds. So let's make sure that gets dealt with too. Not too bothered about the boomalope. We have just got all the meat in the world. Although I could potentially have got even more if I'd been a bit more proactive about actually killing them. I kind of just ignored them. One thing I did notice, if we go to the beauty display, is I actually do need to cover up these areas that don't allow me to smooth them, because they do have a negative impact. So we are going to have to put some other... Oh, cool. Psychic drone. That won't piss Addy off. Oh, Jesus. We do need to sort Addy out a better bedroom ASAP. There isn't a particularly good setup in here for doing so. I want to leave this whole sort of area here kind of as it is. I might open these rooms out to make sort of like one room out of every two. So break down the central room wall. That gives them a nice spacious room. But it means I need more rooms down here somewhere. Which is fine. That just means we need to do more mining inside. I also want to get a better med room, so maybe this is part of it, you know. Look at these as colonist rooms, so maybe we build a better medical centre down here. How do I want to do it? Do I want to do it off... Do we look at this as the main corridor? Where would this cross over there? So that would come into about here. Sort of if you corridored this whole bit in, it would come over here, so... Let's put a medical room on the side here. This should be big enough for spacious. Just want to make sure they get the good buffs in there, although I am planning on doing... particularly fond of that. If anything, I'd rather it was longer. Especially as that's now centered the door. Whoop. Get nice sterile floors in there. Okay, there'll probably be multiple beds in the same room, but I don't think that matters. I think it's more about making sure that everything in there is super duper clean so that they don't get further infections. We have 3 out of 4 turrets up. Damn it. Yes, poor mood indeed. And Addy is now going to do some work inside. We do still need to mine a bit, but I'm kind of hoping that this is going to come through into the back of this ore here. Now, I don't particularly want to open it up from inside, but at least it'll tell me where that ore ends. What else do we have on the list? People telling me to put chairs down for where people are working. Does that really work? Can you really put a chair there? I just assumed they'd have to stand. Let's see. Let's test with the research bench. As the that won't be critical if I've got it wrong. And what do? A stool? An armchair? Wow. Armchairs. We actually have enough of any of this stuff. We do have enough dromedary leather. I can make a dromedary leather armchair for someone to cook in. Sure, why not? Why not? At least you can be fairly certain they're not going to complain. You'd hope. Actually sitting in an armchair while working. So yeah, the thinking is, let's do this with the planning tool. Where is it? I can never remember where this is because I don't really use it very often. But I'm thinking, so that's pretty perfect. You have a line along there, a line sort of along there, but here, of course, it actually widens out, and you have a bit of a sort of room section down the back. And this is where we store our batteries and the like. So I need to do a bit of work to kind of make it all open up, and potentially even thinking about it, sort of double up these walls here as well, so that it's not quite so weak temperature-wise, but also weak to sappers. Double walls should probably help with that. And then you have the sort of small area here that you could pop out and do a bit of shooting. Maybe set this up with the little sort of pillbox style thing. Yep, lots of people need treatment as always. No one's... Oh, they were busy finishing our turrets. I was about to say, no one seemed too bothered about sorting that out, which means in here is actually going to be getting a bit warm. Cool. If you finish the wall, we will then move the air conditioning. That's a bit better. Cool. Now, small... This is going to need, obviously, to be done pretty swift because it's opening up the freezer. Kieran, the slowest miner on Earth. Mick, you're actually going to immediately go and do my cooler for me, please. ASAP, sir. No, don't finish that. Do the cooler. Terrible mood. Who's this? There's Addy with his drone problem. Not too surprising. So this was set to -2, wasn't it? So 1, 2, like so. And this can actually... I'm going to leave it. There's no reason to get rid of it. I'm just going to turn it off, so it's not costing us any power. -2. Cool. And this should also mean... I guess I can just put the bench back in front of that. Maybe I didn't even need to remove it. Can they walk over the top of them? I'm not 100% sure. But we're still going to want our butcher's table. So, got any wood? We got a little bit of wood. I'm interested. I'm going to put it there. If it blocks it, it blocks it, and I'll move it. But I'm intrigued to see if that actually works. Our little bedroom down here is almost opened up. Okay, so that is into the back. Now, we do have a door here already. So, in this case, what I'm going to want to do is actually mine out all of this stuff immediately. And then we can sort of replace the back there with some walls. Too bad. I did also want to get some power down in here. Now, it's time to watch to see if any cooking happens. I think we've got all the meals we need. Let's have a look. Do until we have 20. So yeah, we're full on meals, so they won't do any yet. But soon, they should need to. We're very intrigued to see what happens. We've pretty much run out of storage indoors as well. Psychic drone is over. That's good. Little bit of floor smoothing still needs doing, which is fine. Are you off to, Addy? Oh, just for a walk. That makes more sense. I was like, hang on a second, he's changed his mind. Now he's going the wrong way round. I told you to do this bit first. And now he's going back to bed. A productive day, sir. How wonderful. Go on, Wakey. I so badly want more colonists now. It's -5 in there. Why is... I mean, this must be basically off at this point. Just wondering how it's that cold. It's kind of impressive. And in here, everything should be, let's have a look, low, high, high. Yeah. Just keeping it warm, apparently, is enough for 2 heaters. And then we have the extra one that's kind of going to normalise things if anything starts being a problem. If you'd gone and actually done the ones I highlighted first, you'd find this a lot easier. You could come from the inside and everything. The communal area seems to be working. Got a little bit of a selection of weapons, but I bet you most of these got ruined in that. Just by... not too bad. Okay, batteries are actually completely filling up during the day, which is interesting. So that gives me a pretty good indication that it is time to do what we have done before with a split power network so that we can have like backup batteries for all intents and purposes. That was all very efficient. Let them go. I'm going to run out of metal in a second, of course, but... And, more importantly, that's actually broken the power network temporarily. I didn't think about that particularly. Dragon, can you... Needs materials? What are we out of components? Shit. Okay. And these have got components in them. These take... 1, that should be enough now. Cool. Dragon, please. That's not true. There you go. Addy, please. Okay, they're doing it. They're doing it. Nick. Why can you not? Oh, there you go. Hey, just in time. I do need one more switch for this to work, I think. No, I don't. That's perfect. I just need these to charge up. Perfect. Okay, production. For some reason my voice today is particularly ruined. What I've done. Still not seen anyone actually sit in the armchair to do any cooking. However, we're not running out of food, so something must be happening. I'm just not paying attention at the right time. It's all very, very quiet at the moment. What's going on, Story Lord? What are you up to? In before Hive in the back of the base. That's what I'm going for next. Hive in the back of the base would screw me so very hard. It's going to be Hive in the back of the base. So clearly. You know it's coming. Indoor temperature-wise is all looking alright. Even that one has to go to high overnight. This is working just fine. Doesn't get blocked. We need the old butcher creature forever. People have been telling me to tame stuff as well. It's like, yeah, I could, but... I suppose I could get it training and maybe end up with animals helping me haul eventually, but that takes a while. A little bit more stuff to mine out down here. That's actually kind of good. At least we've got some extra steel that's at least vaguely close. Research is so close to being done, but just isn't. Because that's Addy again, so yeah, that's fine. stuff actually getting a bit repaired as well. That's pretty cool. Should I sandbag these in? I feel like that would be appropriate. Perhaps slightly better than that. Nice. I don't like the way they're still all walking around the outside to do this. I pretty much want to seal it in there, and then I might be able to make use of all of this internal space we've got here that's at the moment just a bit of a weird shape. That would be kind of nice. They're both... cargo pods? No, storyteller. Chocolate in? Really, what is going on? What is going on? Do I want chocolate so badly to send people that far away? Aha! This is a bit more like it. Mad animal. Mad animal that is absolutely miles away. And he's going for Mick. Well, Mick has some friends that say no. Bring it, Mr. Domeberry. Yep, that's what I thought. Spring has begun. Doesn't it look spring-like? So lovely. So they, because of all of this stuff in the way, they legitimately believe it's quicker to go around the outside than it is to go through the inside. It's interesting and clearly needs sorting out. Still a bit low on metal, but we've got all this stuff down here that needs mining. Addy's just the least efficient man. He's quite quick when he gets on it. He just spends 0 time actually mining, and the rest of the time complaining and spending it in bed. You... oh, we've even got rid of the muscle parasites now. Damn, son. Look at that go. I thought he was being remarkably... like, the poor mood spam had stopped. It was unexpected. Nice, nice. So, in line with there, like that. And... it's a shame I've got to use steel for all of this, because I'm only going to want to replace it later down the line, but... it's what we've got. Oh, he says, and then immediately that happens. So, what do we go for next? Fire foam is really tempting. Traps, people keep telling me to start off with, but we got the geothermal that's going partly researched. Tube television would be cool. Get everyone in here chilling out. Even smithing would be pretty cool. I think we'll go with fire foam for the safety, and then tube television next. And he's back at work. Still need more limestone for out there. They've used everything we had, but that's fine. That just means that we need to get the stone cutting going. That's a bit clumsy having it there, I feel, so maybe we should start making use of this space around here instead. And I said I was going to do the floors too. Metal tile, what beauty are you? 2. Should do. I guess I'm going to use these in here. Oh. But I only really want to use them in places where we can't smooth the floor. Whoop. I called it so hard. I called your ass. Get the fuck out of my base. The hell. Fine. Now, as I understand it with these things, they aren't actually aggressive by default. They'll just continue to grow. So my plan, my plan would be, if we had any sort of amount of materials, would be to build some turrets inside. But maybe I'm going to have to lure them outside instead. Like, maybe I could even poke a little hole through the wall here with the intention of filling it back up again, obviously, and use that to draw them out into the turrets outside. I think that might be our best bet, because otherwise these things are nasty. They're nasty as hell. I mean, anyone who hasn't... Okay, actually I say that, Spulopedes, these things I've never encountered. The one hive I've had to deal with so far were mega scarabs and like mega spiders or something, I don't know, and they were horrid. Alright, so yeah, we're going to need to rebuild this afterwards. I'm going to break open this and try and use the turrets outside to encourage them down to. I'm also going to cancel that stuff for the time being. Now, are they aggressive? No, they don't appear to be. If they were, they would have chased after dragon there. I am going to slow things down, however. Jurgen, where are you off to? No, sir. It's going to open all of this up to the outside, of course, which is not ideal, but that's fine. We'll make use of it. The other thing with these is they keep spawning. So, yeah, reproduces in 1 day, 23 hours. You have a sort of minimum length of time you've got to go and deal with them for. So, yeah, they're just going down there and running away. That's fine. For now, let's get a door in that spot. I was about to say, hopefully use this steel that we've already got. We'll hold the door open, but Kieran is... Jurgen's doing what he should. Kieran's just cleaning, apparently. No. Make the door. Let's hold that one open for the time being. Cool. Why would you be holding the sandstone chunk to the jumping? Oh, you are a moron. Jurgen, just get the hell out of there. You are an idiot, sir. Is it so hard to realise? Okay, looks like we might actually be able to lure one of them out, so... Is it coming? No. Jurgen, go and get treatment, you moron. Stop cowering. Just go and get treated. For now, I think we're going to need to give these guys an allowed area outside that doesn't involve areas in there. Just because they're going to be a pain otherwise. This will also keep them near the base, I suppose. It's not a bad thing. So the door's done. Dragon. Let's go try this. Let's go see if we can lure. Turrets are on. Should last overnight with the batteries we've got. And we're going to hold open that as well. Kieran, where are you going? Okay. Slow things down. Kieran, you get out of the way, please, sir. Come, my friend. Come. Come say hello to the turrets. That's a bit more like it. It's annoying you can no longer like force fire on stuff anymore. Cool, one down. And there's that. 3 more to go. Looks like this method might actually work out. Kieran, you can Go and do something like clear up the blood. No worries. Yeah, I was about to say, it does help if you're able to hit. Cool, next. Anyone else awake? No, everyone else is asleep, aren't they? As are the bugs. One day, 17 hours. So actually, I think we can deal with this reasonably easily. I was about to say, surely you're not running away. That wouldn't be fair. Come out and die, goddammit. This is going to die in time? Yeah. Alright, last one, I think. Jurgen can probably go and do something else, to be honest. Yeah, last one, and it's asleep in an area that means I'm going to have to go down and kind of get a bit dangerous with it, I think, or wait for it to wake up. I don't really want to wait for it to wake up. If we fire at its hive, well, can we anger it and get it to wake up? Apparently not. Hmm. Bit of shooting practice, if nothing else. Oh, Addy's awake with his pump. How's Dragon's shooting skill going? I was about to say, because Dragon's got high passion, so this has got to be going pretty well. Still not particularly accurate, mind, but... Boom, 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 it's almost dead. Come on! Kill it before the slowiopede, or whatever they're called, wakes up. So we've got one left to deal with, and it's still asleep. Excuse me, sir. Wakey, wakey! We've got places to be, turrets to be shot by. No, 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 this way. Okay. I'll shoot you again. And I keep shooting you until you wake up and come where I want you to. Where's he going? Wandering. Alright. Just totally unbothered by a dragon here. I was expecting some sort of fight out of the last one, but apparently if you kill the hive, they stop bothering. Cool. Power off. Haul some things. Do I leave the door there? No. I deconstruct it and replace it with an automatic door. Yeah. That's a far better idea, to be honest. It wouldn't hurt to have more than one way in and out of the space, especially if it's going to expand down this direction. That was fairly straightforward. Oh yeah, we've still got this random stockpile out here with the other trade beacon that I don't really want or need anymore. But leave it for the time being. This stuff doesn't deteriorate, does it? No. So there's no actual harm in it being outside. Another load of food? It's almost like it's stable or something. Suspicious. Not enough stored components. Okay. That might end up starting to become a bit of an issue. Now, I know we can make them eventually, but we can't yet. So I'm going to need to go looking for some components to mine. There was some there, but we've used all of those. This stuff can be a bit of a pain to spot as well, because it's always such small amounts of it at any given time. Anything at all. Is that compact steel? Yep. Travellers from Unclestown, that's cool. I might have to buy some components by the looks of things. I'm not seeing a huge amount jumping out at me here. Which... Ooh, compacted machinery. How close is this? Relatively close, but next to another one of these really suspicious buildings. Well, not much choice, I don't think. We need those components, and I'll probably buy some from Unclestown as well. So, Kieran, can you... Cannot use no power, of course. Just toggle it on again. Oh, is it actually a visitor? I thought it was a trader. In which case, where are they? No, down here. They were just passing through, apparently. No worries. Mad animals. Oh, the dromedaries do make good noises. La-di-da. Wandering up here. Get dragon to toggle the power. Dromedary meets turrets. It's brilliant. It's like the meat comes to us. Everyone's going ham for a bit of snowman building, apparently. In fact, Addy went out and built 2. That's a bit excessive, isn't it? Whee! Whee! Enough of that. That's inside as well. That's a bit unlucky. Look at him go. So efficient. Okay, let's continue doing this mess down here. Where were we? I need... She's 19. Midworld chef. That doesn't sound too bad. I need another colonist, otherwise this is going to start going downhill, because the storyteller's not going to slow down. Little sip while I muse. We're in good state for this, to be honest. We've already got that up and running. Let's do it. Let's do it. She's coming up the top. SJ, you better be decent. Iron-willed, trigger-happy. Capable of done later and cleaning. That's not great. New melee person. Massively good at cooking. Quality. Okay, that works. No particularly large injuries. SJ, you are our new melee person. Welcome. We'll have to get a proper name, of course, for next episode. 24. Yeah, these are all in terrible condition, aren't they? Is there any of them that are even... No, they're all bad. And then we'll have to grab a club or something as well. Now, she is coming from... Was it down bottom? Yeah, so this is where the raiders will come from. 4 colonists idle. Is there really that little to do? I don't actually believe that, however. Got the steel to do this. I have no idea why they wouldn't just be going and finishing off that stuff I've asked for. We can also run a power conduit down and out here. We can get the auto door where I wanted it. That's a start. We've got a stone cutting table, so make stone blocks out of limestone to begin with, please. Not the best, but I believe it's the one that we've used the most of already and have the most of. Do until we have. Sure. Raid, raid, raid! Run, SJ, run! Run like the wind. Looks like they might be quicker than you. I hope not by enough to actually catch you. That would make this whole exercise pretty pointless. Okay, it is time for some setup. Dragon, Jurgen. In fact, Jurgen, can we go and get some better weaponry? I want Addy to keep his pump. Dragon can keep it. Mick's got a survival rifle, so everything in that respect is fine. 2 survival rifles, pump, and... Oh, Jurgen, you want to come out here? Addy can probably go... Is he going to be able to make it to over there? I think so. Addy, Dragon, around the corner. Jurgen, into the sniper's nest. SJ... Well, whoever SJ is going to be, running to get weaponry. Good stuff. Okay. Slow things down. I'm surprised neither of those guys have got targets. Oh yeah, they have now. Svagod again. Hello, friend. Slight surprise, we have friends here too. SJ, not what I had in mind, I have to admit. This little box around the corner here is vicious. No escape. Nice. Nice. Okay, that, as far as a defensive setup, I am considerably more pleased with. Link's experiment. Interesting. Okay, intellectualness, kind of alright. Health-wise, a destroyed lung. Not ideal. Alright, let's go and have a look at Pete instead. In fact, we've got 3, haven't we? We've got Jess and Pete. So, Lynx is in the worst condition. Character-wise, okay, the scary, animals, artistic, and fossil. Interesting, so really, really good. Can't do a whole bunch of stuff. But the fast walker, etc. So, Jess is a definite possibility. Whereas, Pete would be pretty useless at everything. How many prisoner beds have we got at the moment? 1. We could, as we took no actual damage there, do that and capture 2 of these guys. So I reckon Lynx was really good, but the destroyed lung is a problem. Because it means that this stuff's going to be poor constantly. Let's definitely get Jess with the fast walking. Pete is kind of the least useful. You'd just be able to mine and construct and help with animals. Dreams are going bionic. Well, we have to fit you with a fake lung, if nothing else. I don't even know if you can do that. Let's have a look. Operations, add bill. I don't think you can. I think once they've lost a lung, they've lost a lung, and that's it. So I think capturing Lynx would be a mistake at this point. However, get wrecked, fools. No, not him. He's the one we're keeping. Anyone else take it? Yeah, good stuff. I do like how this corner worked out. Charge rifle will come down very nicely. Thank you. What else we got? Another superior charge rifle. Hot damn. All the sexy stuff. Who gets the superior charge rifle? Let's do that now. Someone with a really good shooting skill. Jurgen. Actually, so we got Jurgen, Dragon, and Addy that are all pretty good with the shooting. And I think Addy should replace his shotgun with it. Just on the basis that the shotgun, while very, very effective, and to be honest, Dragon should replace with the good one, yeah. Capture Pete, Dragon, capture Jess. Spot on. Spot on, and with a few minutes left of the episode to clear up as well. How about that? Alright, you can... We actually have enough meds that I will give you a couple of... Because it looks like these are about to finish growing. Well, not about to, but... Alright. I want more prisoners. Chat and recruit. Standard meds, yeah. And Jess... Same deal. Might be a mistake. We'll have to see. Cool, stone cutting is done. We don't really have anyone doing that at the moment, but that's okay. That's because I've got kind of higher priorities. Excuse me. The Hive was dealt with too conveniently, was it? This is my punishment for just trolling the Hive with turrets. Fine. Fine. I am going to surround that thing with traps, though. I hope you realise that. Do I have any traps I can use it? I don't think I do. I think I'd have to get it. Just got deadfall traps. I mean, the position of the turrets, etc., is all very helpful. But let's not forget that that's one of those ones that immediately pops out stuff the second you shoot it. SJ is not a flicker. Oh, it's the best title. There you go, SJ. You are now a flicker. Enjoy. SJ is going to be our permanent cook. So let's drop these two down, get a bit more done. Cook, and sure, a bit of art when we're not cooking. That looks pretty good. You now actually, yeah, you got a long sword and shield. Good, good. You're a flicker now, aren't you? Right, let's get that turret built. Yes, it will be low medicine, but that's fine. I just want to treat their basic... That's a personal shield, okay. Freaking me out. Cool, so as soon as they're... Yeah, like that. As soon as they're like that, we can then go and turn off the medicine. And... yeah. I don't want them to get any more for no apparent reason. I just wanted those initial injuries to be treated well so that we had a decent chance of actually getting hold of those two. What are you doing there? To be honest, it's probably about as good a spot as they can spawn, because the difficulty when it's like way over here is you've got to go and deal with it with just colonists. Here at least I've got like my turrets to help out as well. And we've got an exotic goods trader as well that's been so very generous to us. I think it didn't help that I'd had that off for a long while, so. Nice, right, let's get rid of some of the trash that we're sitting around with. Because we got so much, like, broken clothing. It's going to give us a huge amount more stockpile space, and at the same time stop freaking out our tailoring stuff, because they won't wear any of this stuff while it's below 50%, which is right. They shouldn't have frayed apparel on. I don't want them to. But then it just ends up taking up all the space you have, storing the stupid stuff. Alpaca wool pants, nice. 2 personal shield paws. Yeah, let's get rid of those. Hyperweave t-shirts, worth quite a bit. Nice. Cool, so we've got a fair bit of cash out of that. Is there anything they've got that's going to be interesting? Why would you want these things? Squirrel mail. Cheap squirrel. Not very useful. They do have some bionics. Don't think we particularly have need for any of them yet. So they got TV. Also got telescope. Flat screen TV. Very nice. Tempted indeed by the old tube television. Yeah, let's do it. They didn't have any meds, did they? Oh, they Glitterworld meds. Incredibly expensive. No, tube TV and... Oh, that's actually... We're trading so much that's costing us nothing. Let's get a telescope as well. Get the joy on the go for these guys. Now, you would imagine and hope that a telescope needs to be put outside for it to work. If it doesn't, that's very silly. We'll see. Jurgen, can we... Hell yeah, we're going to stay to that. Not actually used one of these before, so I'm going to have to find a good place to put this thing. Somehow I feel like over here would be a very good place to put it with how stuff's laid out at the moment, but hey. Maybe there? I assume they want seats and so on within that area for... Yeah, that'll do. We can always reinstall it later down the line. We got enough dromedary leather to do a few more of these? Yeah. So... Disease infection. Well, yeah, we were going to do sterile floors, weren't we? I'm not going to have enough for all of those, that's for sure. I've got enough for 3. Let's do 2 and do the back ones with a different material once we get something. What's that? Ah, that funny bug meat that I've just got. Roger. Power's looking a bit more ropey. Power's... No, the turrets are off. Okay, I was about to say the power's looking a bit more ropey overnight because the turrets are still on, but they are not. Are we out of components again? Yes. God damn it. We did mine... No, we never got around to mining the stuff that's down here. So where did you get the components from? Pete's infection. Oh, too low on meds for me to want to give you them, Pete. I'm afraid. Sorry, bro, but it's just how it goes. Please don't leave everything sitting around outside if you can avoid it. Anyway, I reckon that's as good a place as any to end an episode. We've had visitors as well. We've had a bit. I'd probably pop this while the Unclestown visitors are here, depending on, like, if there's a load of them, I will pop that while they're here, just to get that help. Where are you at, my friends? Set a group of traders. That normally means they come pretty well en masse. And yet, for some reason... Oh, there they are. Yeah, that's not really very many of you, is it? Hey, the point here is going to be, it's time to end the episode. We had a bit of success, made a sort of vague plan for what to do in future, then got dramatically interrupted by the appearance of the expected hive in the back of the base, which got smacked down, to be honest. Also got SJ, fought off the raid that came with her, and then had a crash ship land literally inside the base. So, yeah, if you guys have got any suggestions for how I should deal with the crashed alien ship, I've got a few of my own using various explosive tricks. But if you've got any suggestions for how I should deal with our friend here, then hit me up in the comments below, as always, if you enjoyed this series. If you enjoyed this episode even, series. Hopefully you enjoyed the series too, but that's beside the point entirely. If you enjoyed this episode, then please hit like, please hit subscribe. It does really help me in the channel out. And if you didn't like it, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know how I can improve. And of course, by all means, hit that dislike button. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time.